guys. Hey, everybody. Okay, listen. This is a bad idea because I'm outside. I'm on my deck, which is a great idea. But it is going to rain. It's going to rain. I'm going to have to, hi, Jackson J513. I'm going to have to stop this abruptly. I'm going to have to stop this live abruptly, and this is a bad idea. Hi, Created Synergy. Because it's going to rain on my head, but I wanted to come outside and talk to you guys for multiple reasons. The first reason is, she cute. Okay, look at me. I just got off of a virtual wedding, you guys. My friend Erica is married, and I'm so excited. And I kind of got a little dressed up, not like a lot dressed up, but I mean, hello, is she not cute? She is, okay. So I just needed to show off the fact that I actually look like a human being. My husband's looking at me through the glass door. Anyway, the second reason why I want to come outside is because I always come outside, like right now. It's like the perfect time and the weather is impeccable. So I just want to chat with you guys for a second. However, please be advised that it is very likely that I'm gonna have to run inside because the rain's about to bust out on me. Villy! Hi, Villy! Villy, I thought you were gonna watch the wedding with Gia. We were on the Zoom, girl. I thought I was gonna see you on the Zoom boom with Gia. Oh, and we had like a little Zoom with the friends or whatever. So I had like the Zoom on the computer, and then I had my friend's wedding up on the TV, and I'm like this because I'm so excited for her. She looked so beautiful. And this is one of those friends, like, you know how you have that friend that been done watched all the rest of us get married? She done watched all of us get married, okay? Thank you, Ashley. Ashley says I look lovely. This was because I'm not grilled pineapple, but I'm pineapple fire. But yeah, I thought I would get dressed up, you guys, because the last time I had to do a virtual event like this, it was my father's funeral, okay? And I put on a dress, I put on a little mascara, I put on earrings, and I sat in my living room and watched my dad's funeral on a screen. And I was like, listen, I wish I would not get dressed up for the wedding. Billy says Gia ain't even tell you. That's what I'm trying to understand, because when the Zoom came up, I was like, where is Billy? Where's she at, though? Where's she at, though? Where's she at? I was looking for you, girl. I was looking for you. So anyway, yeah, it was my idea, and it was kind of last minute, so that's probably why she didn't tell you, because it was literally like, hey, we should do a Zoom. So anyway, how y'all feeling? Maybe we should chat about this August Alsina. Clearly, I don't know how to say the man's name, since I'd never heard of him until all of this foolishness with Jada. But this August Alsina stuff, where he dropped a song called Entanglements last night. Basically trying to, I guess, get his whole side of the story out about Jada saying that she had gotten an entanglement with him on the Red Table Talk. Y'all, like I said, the rain is about to run me off this deck. But until then, until it does, okay? Oh, actually, he did. Yes, boo. If you go to YouTube and you look it up, it's a song called Entanglement or Entanglements or something like that. And he dropped it last night. Adima ran upstairs and hit me with the music before we went to bed. I listened to the whole song, and here are my thoughts. My first thought is the fact that he's in his 20s is showing. What in my prefrontal cortex just finished formulating itself like 2 years ago is going on here? Y'all know that the prefrontal cortex, the rational thinking part of your brain, doesn't really finish developing until you're 25. You can tell that his just solidified and he's having a little bit of aha moments. Sir, the fact that you are young is showing. That's my thoughts about that. He's a marketing genius, though, in the sense that he's probably trying to ride this wave, and he figured if his information is going to be out in the streets and then it's going to get trumped by the entanglements conversation that Jada brought up, he might as well drop this music and make some coins. And he is going to make some coins from the people who are young like he is, who care about this in the way that he cares about it, who actually feel the same way he does about the whole thing. And he's going to make some money off of that. But the 40 and over crowd, the mature-minded crowd, August, sir. Really, August? I'm not saying that what he said in the song is incorrect. What I am saying, we talking about August Alsina and this song he dropped last night called Entanglements, you guys. I'm not saying what he experienced in the song is incorrect. The man is able to tell us what his experience was. What I'm saying, though, is clearly Jada had a whole different experience than you did. Hello, Angela, your life coach. Jada is a whole married woman. And my motto is, if they are still married, they are not divorced. Okay? If they separated, they married. If they're not divorced, they're married. Listen. So maybe because he had never been married before, or maybe because he was young, and like I said, his whole brain had not finished formulating itself and developing, that he didn't really understand that there was a potential for this woman to go back to her husband, which is what happened. And at night she goes to sleep in a house with Willard the Smith. Okay? So the fact that he wrote a song called Entanglement to tell his side of the story, I guess. Ashley Bragg says, were they going to buy his music anyway, though? Were they? Listen, he apparently was coming out with an album. Let me tell y'all the truth. I had never heard of August Alsina until this interview situation. No idea who the man was. No idea. Now, apparently he was on the Red Table Talk with Jada 3 years ago speaking about addiction. And if that is the case, I clearly saw him back then because I love watching Red Table Talk. I did not know who he was. I never ever heard one of this man's songs. And last night when my husband played his music for me, the Entanglement song, I was like, oh, so he's one of these whiny R&B singers. And I'm 44 and I don't care. So when I tell you I'd never heard of the man before until I saw him doing that interview with Angela Yee with the undried twist out that he had done with that cool like pinkish peach color situation, and I was like, who is this man? Sorry to this man. I'm sorry to this man. I never seen him. I don't know who he is. Then I watched the Red Table Talk with Jada Dam, and listen, I'm not saying I would make Jada's choices, because ain't no entanglements up in this situation. Best not be. Okay? But listen, that means her messy choices to make. That's not my marriage. I ain't married to her. Okay, that covenant is between her and Willard. I ain't making them choices. As a matter of fact, some of your dirty, messy choices have dirty, messy consequences. Like your young, entangled lover still being sprung and in love with you and making songs called Entanglement when he know good and full well that if you were to drop Willard this Thursday, he would be back with you next Tuesday. That's how wide open his nose seems on that song. If you guys hear the Entanglement song, it's like, August, you think that you're making us feel like you've taken the power in the situation, but all you're really telling us is that you are still processing the fact that Jada had you, Erykah Badu, sprung wide open. And you've never experienced anything like that before in your life. And, I mean, he's young, and it's his first love. You could tell. I mean, he is puppy love, first love, just enamored with her. And that's just what's coming out in his music while he's trying to make it seem like he had some power over her. I mean, Jada seems like she still has some emotions for the man, but clearly not enough to be with him. She is back to her husband. And as messy and as entangled as it really is, she married to Willard. Okay, Ashley said, August probably saw you dancing to the Entanglement mix and decided he needed to get in on the action. LOL. Listen, that I Marquis song, I had to dance. There was a dance in my spirit. Okay, and I had to get it out. And if you go to iMarquis' page, the DJ who did the music, he posted a bunch of other people, and this guy did a violin accompaniment to his song. C'est magnifique, okay? Who knew that mess could bring out so much creativity in people? Okay, here's the other thing. Could you imagine being Will Smith right now? I mean, through sickness and in health, till death do us part, the good times and the bad times, whatever the heck the whole thing says, okay? Bad marriage for life. Sir, if I were Will Smith right now, I would be looking at Jada like, ma'am. Your ex-entangled lover just made a song about you based off of the fact that you couldn't even own the experience that you had with him, and you had to pick every word on God's green earth besides the word relationship. Entanglements? I think they called it an interaction. They called it everything except what it was. They need to watch more Yanla and call a thing a thing. So anyway, you guys are on here. I was just telling them, you guys, I'm probably going to run away because I came outside after my friend's little virtual wedding because I want to sit on the deck, but it's going to rain on me. So this is not a good decision. I'm just sitting out here chatting about August Alsina and Jada and the fact that August dropped a song yesterday. And I just wish he would get a therapist. I wish he would be discreet. Stop telling us and showing us how much he is still emotionally mixed up with Jada and do his work with a trained professional. Because he clearly needs to. I'm like, man, Jada, oh my God. It's such a mess. I'm like, what is happening? And if I was Will, I'd be like, ma'am, your mess is messy. This is a mess-tastical. And here's the thing, too. I was telling my husband last night, I'm not of the camp that they owe us anything. I don't think Jada and Will owe us their personal information. I do not care whether they have a brand like Red Table Talk. I do not care whether they have a brand where Will is like the happy-go-lucky guy. I personally don't think that it jeopardizes the brand Red Table Talk else and other things, because I never put them up on a relationship pedestal. So I've literally never had them as like, I don't have anybody as relationship goals, because come see me and come live with me is two different things, okay? Which means in the Virgin Islands, what you see on the outside and what's happening on the inside is two different things, baby, okay? And if you don't know that, then you need to mature and grow up and understand, all right? So I've never put them high up on a pedestal, so they can't fall off of a pedestal. I never put them on, so it doesn't jeopardize their brand to me. Ashley says, like, Will Smith is out here saying no thank you to sexual opportunities. Ashley, in the interview for the Red Table Talk, they alluded to the fact that he had his own little escapades, okay? He entangled, detangled, retangled, unentangled. We don't know what kind of tanglements he had. But he said something about getting her back. She said, I think you've already gotten me back. And then they laughed, ha, ha, ha. She said, it's not really about that, right? And he was like, no, for me it is. Ha, 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 right? So listen, those are not my choices. They seem to be messy choices with messy consequences all up in your marriage. But listen. And now we got August out here making music. Not really sure what to say about that. So anyway, yeah, not really sure what to say about that. I can't believe you guys hadn't heard about it. And I thought it would have been bigger all over the internet today, because last night when my husband played the song for me, I was like, oh, Lord Jesus, tomorrow morning when I wake up, that's all I'm going to see on my timeline. But it's not. So maybe it just doesn't have a good traction with people in my age group. Maybe we don't care. Maybe people in their 40s understand that things happen. Ish happens in marriages, okay? And Jada and Will are the only people that have to deal with the situation up in their mix. I saw a thing going around on Facebook yesterday with a guy that had a woman standing next to him with a baby bump and a baby. So I thought the woman had just given birth to the baby. That's what it looked like. He looked like he was with his woman and she had given birth to the baby. I'm gonna get rained on. I gotta run away. Turns out she had a baby in her stomach. That was his wife. And the baby that they were holding was his side chick's baby that they had just had. So his two children were going to be born like 3 months apart. A gigawatt. And she was cheesing right next to him. So she was pregnant with her husband's child, smiling while he held his side chick's baby. Girl, what? But listen, that's not my fish to fry, okay? That's not my bad decision to have to deal with. Like my pastor say, that's not my bear to wrestle. Okay, I gotta sweep around my own doorstep. I gotta tidy up my own house. I gotta worry about myself. So listen, if Will and Jada don't say another word to us, I actually wouldn't be bothered. And I really, really hope that August, I'm still in love with Jada Alsina, can just let this thing go and stop showing us that he really is in his 20s and speak to a mental health professional about the heartbreak and how to process it, and move on and stop making music about this man's wife. Because whatever you think, that's Willard's whole wife. Okay, he was up in her pinkett, but that's Willard's wife. Okay, and if they decide they want to get back together, listen, August, keep Jada's name out your mouth now. Like, leave it alone. Like, leave it alone. It's okay. We got it. We got the story. You told your side. She told her side. We got it together. Anyway. All right, you guys. I think I'm going to run. I see a lot of you guys jumping on now, but the rain is threatening to come at me. I looked at the radar before I came out here. I had like a good maybe 20-ish minutes, and I think I just felt a drop. So I'm going to run inside. Hope you guys had a good one. Be well. Be encouraged. Bye. Guess what? Here's a pineapple. Bye, you guys. Bye.